Welcome back to my channel. It is I, the Dark Fair Maiden, and today I have a very special, magical video to share with you guys. So recently I have just visited the Universal Studios for Harry Potter in London, and it was amazing, absolutely outstanding, super magical, very well structured, and an absolute dream for any fan of the wizarding world of Harry Potter. They had a very spooky event on for the month of Halloween. The Dark Arts visited the Universal Studios, and it was quite a show for sure. And I'm going to share with you today my experience of the whole tour, what I did there, what I seen, some little things that I ate, and what I got from the store, because as you can probably see, I got loot. Of course I got loot. I love merch stores for things that I love, and I of course got decked out in Hogwarts fashion, so I'm going to show you that in just a second, as well as some other things I got, and then we're going to get straight into the video. And there is spoilers in this video. I mean, if you want to see everything in the tour for the Harry Potter Universal Studios in London, then you're going to see it here today. But if you don't want to see it, I will timestamp the video for each section so you can skip out parts that you maybe don't want to see. But for now, let's get into the video and let's see what goodies I got at the Universal Studios. After I found out I was in the Ravenclaw house, I thought, that's pretty cool. I wanna investigate this a little bit more. So first off, I got this really cool scrunchie. There was two, but I don't know where I put the other one. I haven't lost it. I think it's just on my desk somewhere in the mess. But I got one of these scrunchies and it's blue. It's got these little owls on it and stars. And I just thought that was really cute. I actually do love the color blue and the color of Ravenclaw. So I actually think, I don't know, it was really cool to find out I'm part of this house. But on that note, I do still love the other houses of Hogwarts. And I had to get a Slytherin scarf. I just had to. I love the color green. I love Slytherin. Even though I'm not maybe a Slytherin myself, I do still love the house. And I just thought the color green would look really great. I do love Gryffindor, but the red just doesn't really go with my wardrobe. So I had to get the green. I didn't actually see any Ravenclaw scarves, or I might have considered getting that. But I got just the standard Slytherin one. There's no like Slytherin like crest on this one. This is like the one I think they wear during the winter time. And after some careful consideration, I really wanted to get a jumper. I was tempted to get the Harry one with the edge that he wears during Christmas time. But I then also really wanted one of those houses ones. I was considering getting the Gryffindor school jumper or cardigan, but then I seen the Ravenclaw one and I thought, considering I am now part of the Ravenclaw house, I thought the Ravenclaw one would look really cool. So it's got the Ravenclaw colours. As you can see, it's just like one of the standard jumpers for Ravenclaw. So that's what I decided to get. I also got this absolutely beautiful blue Ravenclaw t-shirt with the crest on it here, and it is stunning. So before you enter the tour, you get these activity passports, and basically you have to find the stamps along the way of the tour and fill it out. So there were 7 stamps in total to collect. Hopefully you can see that. And I was able to get all but one. I sadly didn't get the platform 9 3/4 one, just because I was so amazed by the Hogwarts Express. I just completely forgot to get the stamp or even look for it, because it was just so incredible. Like, it was an amazing moment. That's all I'll say for now. But the first one was Gryffindor, and you got the crest down here. I mean, you'll probably not really see it because it's like embossed in the paper. It's not like an actual stamp. The second one was for Quidditch. And we got the golden snitch, of course. I mean, how cool. Next up, we have the divination class. And we got this, what I think is like tea leaves. I'm honestly not too sure what the stamp is. Here's the platform 9 3/4 one, but I did miss that stamp, unfortunately. Next up, we have Gringotts Bank, and we have this beautiful stamp of one of the goblins. Then we have Diagon Alley, and we got this beautiful stamp of the Weasley Brothers store. And guys, lastly, we've seen the Hogwarts Castle, and we got this beautiful stamp of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. And that's the end of that. But this was a really cool little thing to do, and I love these kind of like little free keepsakes you can get from these things. I also bought one of these mystery postcards, so this was more for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I enjoy those movies, but I do obviously love them as much as Harry Potter, but I thought I just had to get one of these to see what we got because there's a cool selection on the back that you can get. I actually kind of hope I get this guy or this guy. But yeah, there's a few different ones that you can get, but we're gonna open this up now and see which one we get. It's like opening up Pokemon cards. This is the reveal. Oh, pretty. Okay. That's pretty good. We got an Okane. I don't know the name of it, but I think it's an Okane or Okane. But that's really cool, actually. I love that. And I love this foil, like, stamp up here. And on the back, it's just a little postcard. That's really cool. I like that a lot. I also did just buy a single postcard because I loved the print on it. It is the Whomping Willow. I love the style with the words and the little foil bit of writing they have here. I just think that's absolutely beautiful, and I love having things like this on my wall because it's just super cool. And as you can see, I've got quite a lot on my wall, so this will go somewhere up there. I also got this beautiful platform 9 3/4 ticket, which we're going to open up now so we can have a better look at it. How beautiful is this? I love this so much. So cool. So you can just take that out. It's your ticket for platform 9 3/4. There it is. So there we have it. London to Hogwarts. Awesome. How cool is that? And lastly, one of my favorite things that I got, of course, I had to get a chocolate frog. Anyone knows that the chocolate frog is one of the coolest things you can get in the Harry Potter universe. So I got one of these. It contains a milk chocolate frog and one wizard card. I'm so excited to see who we get. Let's open this and let's have a taste of that chocolate frog. Hopefully he doesn't hop too far. So here we go. Let's open him up. How awesome does that look? It's massive. So that's the chocolate frog we got. Pretty big. He's a big chocolate frog for sure. So let's see what card we got. Oh my goodness, it's actually holographic. Well, not holographic, but it's like that effect. That is so cool. Oh my goodness, I love this. And we got Nicholas Flamel, and if you know the Harry Potter movies, Nicholas Flamel is the one who discovered the Philosopher's Stone, a French wizard and famed alchemist who attended Boix Baton's Academy of Magic and is the only known maker of the Philosopher's Stone. That's so cool. I can't believe they actually have like that cool kind of effect for the card. I mean, you hope that they would, but you don't want to be disappointed. But they did it, and I'm obsessed. I love this. I know I need to get more because I want Albus, and I don't know who else you can get. But I would love to get, obviously, Dumbledore and Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall at some point. That's so cool. I love this. The gift shop itself was very reasonably priced, I thought. And it was decked out with so much amazing loot. You had collectible items, you had wands. I really wanted to get a wand, but I thought I'll do that next time because I was also very rushed for time. But so much amazing loot. Definitely bring a lot of spending money if you want to get loads of things. But for now, that's everything I got. Let's get straight into the video and let's get this tour started because it was awesome. So as you walk in, you're graced by this beautiful big poster of the dark arts, and you walk into this massive hall with this dragon in it. Now this is the one that escaped from Gringotts Bank, and it was stunning, absolutely beautiful. It really is like this centerpiece that really takes your breath away as soon as you walk in, and like that's what you really want when you go to like an event like this. You want something big and glorious and spooky. I'll try not to talk all the way throughout this, but I am obviously recording over this video because it was super loud in this hall and I didn't want to ruin the experience for anyone else by talking. They had this really cool dark arts themed display with Harry, Bellatrix Lestrange, and Mr. Malfoy, Lucius Malfoy. They also had this beautiful Hogwarts display for autumn, and I really loved the Aragog spider plushie there. I didn't get it unfortunately though, because I didn't see it in the shop. But these pumpkins were awesome. They were door stoppers, so I didn't get one, because I don't need one. They had scarves, butterbeer, coffee cups. I love this display with all of the autumn leaves too. As you go further down the hall, you see this Chocolate Frog cafe. This cafe was so cute. If you love desserts, you will love this cafe. They had really like gourmet style desserts. I was so impressed. They also had a pumpkin patch shake. How cute is that? I didn't get this though. I got the Chocolate Frog hot chocolate and it was absolutely delicious. And it comes with a mini chocolate frog on top. How cute. I also got the Golden Snitch banana cake. It was pretty good. I think it had like a white chocolate on the outside. I went with my sister to this because it was our birthdays. Our birthday is in October. Yes, it's awesome to have your birthday at the same month as your sister. Interesting fact, her birthday is one day before mine, so we share our birthdays every year, and we did something magical this year. Harry Potter Universal Studios. I loved it. As you walk in, you start the tour seeing all these cool little details about the movie behind the scenes and what really went into creating the world of Harry Potter. I know J.K. Rowling wrote the book, but it was really brought to life by all of the designers and creators and artists that worked on this film. You can see this cute display of the Dursleys. I like how they have this like little background display. I mean, it's things you probably don't ever notice in the movie. They had the cupboard under the stairs. The first thing you see as you start off this tour. And there it is. Harry's little cupboard. I love just how quaint this is. It really reminds you of that very first movie you watched as a kid. And there's just something so endearing about it. He has his glasses, his little toy figures, and his shirt and booties. So, I don't know, it makes me feel so nostalgic. You see these cute little flags for the Triwizard Cup tournament. Love it. And as you go into the Great Hall, since this was Halloween, the Dark Arts event was on, you had pumpkins in the Great Hall. How glorious, how grandiose does this look, and so magical. Insane. If you love autumn on Halloween, I highly recommend going during this time because it's just everything you want to see on Halloween. I love pumpkins. The tables were lined up with all of this amazing looking food for Halloween. We had cakes, we had chocolate cake, we had sprinkle cake, we had lollipops, carrot cake, candied apples, everything you could imagine for Halloween in the wizarding world. I mean, it's more and even then some. You see the beautiful fireplace, the Gryffindor uniform. You see the Ravenclaw tiara. Can't remember the name of it exactly, but it's so beautiful. I love how they had this in there. And as we come across here, we see the Slytherin uniform. Over here we have the ghosts that you usually see flying around the halls. I love these costumes. Very decadent, very beautiful. The ghosts of Hogwarts. And of course, if you want to read a lot of these plaques that you'll see about the place. Feel free to pause the video and read them because I'll probably not read them all out. At the front and centre here we have Professor Dumbledore, Professor McGonagall, and Professor Snape. Here we have some behind the scenes stuff the directors wrote and said. So this is more or less the actual start of the tour now. After you go from the Great Hall, you're into the area where you can walk around freely now. And I have to say, it was beautiful. Take your time and really take it all in. Soak it all in. We have the beautiful costumes there from the ball. Love that centerpiece. We have Hermione's dress coming up. Oh my goodness, love those pinks. It's actually so much more beautiful in person than in the movie. It's just, I don't know, very special. And in the back we have Ron's suit. The Yule Ball, that's what it's called. The Yule Ball. We have the Great Hall, floating candles with the beautiful oil. Again, feel free to pause and read here. Of course, what ball is complete without some chocolate desserts? Here we have the uniform from the Academy, the Baxton Academy. I can't quite remember the name of it, but beautiful. Love that shade of blue. We have some more costume pieces here, shoes, accessories. I love how it's all kept here. We see a floating stairs in the background there with a lot of beautiful paintings. How cool does that look? It's kind of like an illusion, and I like that a lot. Spooky, right? The Leaky Cauldron. Oh, how I wish that was a real place. And also, what a cool name, the Leaky Cauldron. Here you can see some very cool illustrations hanging above the cauldron. Eerie and strange, but I love how weird they are. Here we have some wigs from the cast. Always so interesting to see the wigs. Because you don't realise that all the actors are wearing wigs, perhaps? Or maybe they're for their stunt doubles, who knows? Lucius Malfoy, his wig is my favourite wig. And of course, Professor Snape's. We have the makeup table, all the little things they use to get the actors ready. Some beards, some more hair, wigs even. Here we have some of the clothing from the Prisoner of Azkaban. You can see Harry's apparel there. All very reminiscent of the time. And it shows you then as well how they can distress the clothes and make them look torn and rugged and as if they've been through war. Again, the paintings with a floating staircase. And we have Mad Eye Moody there. Professor Lupin. And Crazy Cat Lady, as I like to call her. I love. Here we have the common rooms, or the dorms for Gryffindor. Here's Harry's bed. I love how cozy this is and how old it looks. And also quite magical. Just think of how cold those dorms would be in the wintertime, but they have that cozy little fireplace right in the middle. Here we have some artifacts from the movies. Absolutely stunning pieces. The crystal goblet. I love that crystal goblet from... Is it the Half-Blood Prince? No, I think it's the 7th movie. The Deathly Hallows Part 1. Can't quite remember. It's been a while since I've watched the Harry Potter movies, but it is the season to start watching them again very soon. I love this scene. It's the scene where Harry finally gets his book of monsters and he's trying to restrain it, capture it. You'll see it in just a second. I like how they've set up these scenes though. It's very cool. There he is. It's so cool. You can just hear the sound he makes in your head when you see him there. I won't try and do an impression, it'll be quite gnarly. Ah, my favourite place to be, potions class. What I love about potions, the ingredients, the smells, the atmosphere. It'd probably be quite humid in there with all the boiling potions, but I love potions class. Nothing is more magical than a dark, damp room filled with mysterious ingredients, pots being stirred magically, dusty old shelves and glass bottles full of unknown liquids. Interesting fact, so apparently there's a lot of Latin written in the walls in here. I love just the attention to detail to make it so much more older and ancient and mysterious. I think if I ever can in my life, I will build something similar like this for my studio. There we have Professor Snape, the man, the myth, the legend himself, stuck in the potions class, which he hated. We all know he wanted to be the dark arts teacher, didn't we? So it was the dark arts event on, and we had these Death Eaters come out and try and swoon us with their dark magic. But it didn't work. I'm not a Death Eater, nor will I be. But they put on a fantastic show. These actors were incredibly dedicated and awesome, and I absolutely loved the energy they brought to their performance. Very spooky indeed, very alluring. Don't look too close because you might get pulled in and become a Death Eater yourself. No! Don't summon the Dark Lord! Oh, he's just went and done it. There he comes. No! They really do rock those capes though, don't they? Look at them. Ah, whoa, whoa. Watch out. No. They're shooting spells everywhere, casting Expelliarmus. Ah. As long as it's not Avada Kedavra. Oh no. And they've just attacked Hagrid's hut. Watch as the smoke comes out. What have they done? Who have they murdered? Hopefully no one. I'm only kidding. But there we have Hagrid's hut, and he's headless. Oh no. No, it's just a dummy. So much knickknacks Hagrid has accumulated over the years. And here we have the Tri-Wizard Cup. How beautiful is that? Don't touch it, because it is a portkey and you might get transported to Voldemort himself. And here we enter Dumbledore's office. One of my favourite places, well, second favourite places in Hogwarts Castle. Well, maybe my third. But I love how detailed and cramped this space is. There's so much crammed into it, but I love how cozy that makes it feel. And here we've got his, I don't know what you call this, his cabinet of memories. Again, every individual capsule here was detailed, designed, and written on. Like, the attention to detail is insane. They're beautiful. Again, I need this in my house. Now we have Fox in the background. Dumbledore's chair and desk. More paintings. I guess of previous headmasters. And there's Dumbledore himself with his grey silvery robes. I quite like that costume of Dumbledore's. I think it was one of my favourite ones. And of course, what would a wizard's office be without a cute, cozy fire? Coming up here we have the Slytherin common rooms. There's Malfoy, little young Draco Malfoy, scheming as always. How can he take down his rival, Harry Potter? With Crabbe and Goyle on the seats there, tuning in, but also snacking on the chocolate frog. Classic. Just think how old these dormitories would have been in the world of Harry Potter. How many students have been in them, going through similar troubles, strange fates. And of course, Tom Riddle would have been here too, as he was a Slytherin. How many times would he have been pondering in this common room? And no common room is complete without a skull above the fireplace, of course. Only in Slytherin household though, I assume. Here we can see Harry's invisibility cloak, or cloak of invisibility, with the green screen thing on it there. Pretty cool. Although the illusion is now ruined. And the Gryffindor common rooms. I love the rich, deep reds in here. So cozy. Very Renaissance feeling. Or Renaissance. And you can see Harry and Ron's Christmas clothes up there. And the clothes from Prisoner of Azkaban. Or costumes, should I say. What a cozy setup. Oh, one of my favorite props. The door from the Chamber of Secrets. I love how this mechanism opened with this door. We have Professor Lupin's chest, or trunk, that puts itself away. Next up we have the Weasley's house. Their kitchen, where Molly Weasley is making dinner and helping, or having magic help her prepare dinner. Got the Weasley brothers and Ginny. And of course Arthur. More knickknacks. The Vanishing Cabinet. The masks and faces of the Death Eaters. A teacup with tea leaves on the bottom showing the wolf. Sirius Black. I love the divination classroom. Is that the right name? Either way, it's beautiful, so detailed, so much within it. It feels very whimsy, and I like that. I love that they've really brought these scenes to life by having the students all set up as if they're there. You can see Hermione with her time turner there on her neck. Ah, here we have Tom Riddle's grave. And the big skeleton with the scythe. Death himself. Some bones. I believe this is the dark arts classroom. Some objects and artifacts. Books. Watch out you don't get scared. You're about to see something scary. Jack in the Box. I never did find this too creepy, but in person, it is quite creepy. The fact that they made that big prop for the movie is just wild. So much detail in these movies. We have the Ministry of Magic. Very serious looking. But that tile work is beautiful. The colours. Like, how did they even imagine how to design it? It's just wild. Crazy. And here we have the Black family. Sirius Black and all his ancestors. I think so. I think that's right. And now we enter the Forbidden Forest. We have Hagrid on the left there. Death Eaters! Be careful. No, sorry, not Death Eaters. Dementors. I'm too Death Eater pilled. More Dementors. Get your Patronus charms ready. Or else you'll be taken. Your soul will be eaten. Here we have Buckbeak. Beautiful, beautiful creature that she is. And of course, who else lingers and lies in the Forbidden Forest but gnarly spiders? We have big spider webs, and that can only lead to one thing. A nest. Whose nest? Aragog's nest. Nasty creatures. I love how, though, we see big spiders in Harry Potter and also in Lord of the Rings. Very common thing, I guess, you see in the fantasy world is big spiders that want to eat you. And there he is, Aragog. The tour continues and we now see one of the coolest things in the movies, the Hogwarts Express. And with that we also had another visitation from the Death Eaters, of course. Because what would seeing the Hogwarts Express be without some Death Eaters? And it's only around this time that you see these guys. This isn't like a common thing. So don't go expecting to see them at any time. Because it has to be Halloween. Only then will these dark beings come out. So then you can also go up onto the Hogwarts Express. How cool is that? You can actually go onto the train and see inside the carts. You can't go in the carts, but you can walk along the hallway to see inside. I love the fact they've done this. I mean, it's just such a rich environment. Perfect for any Harry Potter fan. Here we have the cart from Prisoner of Azkaban, the part where it all froze up because there was a Dementor nearby. We have Harry's handprint. And we can see the chocolate on the seat. Where is it? There it is. The chocolate bar that Professor Lupin gives Harry. The carriage from Goblet of Fire. The carriage from Order of the Phoenix. Carriage from the Half-Blood Prince. And then you exit off at the end. They have a shop in this area, just a small one with Hogwarts Express themed goodies. At the very end you see this cute little room, I suppose, with Harry and Ron sitting from the very first movie when they get everything off the trolley and have a fantastic snack. Then you go through to the next area. There's a massive restaurant and a beer garden with where you can get butterbeer. But they also have this amazing section showing off all these little objects and knickknacks from the movie. So many things to look at here. We've got posters, envelopes, books, potion bottles, sweetie wrappers, newspaper pages, Tales of Beetle the Bard. I mean, everything is just so beautifully crafted in this movie. Well, in all these movies. I love the designers. They've done such a fantastic job. The Dark Forces. I love these books so much. The detailing, oh my goodness, I can't. Insane. So inspiring as well. Pumpkin juice. And here we have items from the Weasley Brothers shop. Some wild designs there for sure. You know poo? Oh boy, what does that do? Love potion? Careful now. Outside they had this amazing area with big outdoor props, like the Weasley house, the night bus, and the bridge from the movie. You can go up and get pictures on it. Unfortunately, by the time I got out there it was closed off and it was very dark now, but you can still get pictures of it and it's beautiful. So this is like the halfway point, and it took us, I think, 3 hours to go around that first bit. Well, maybe 2.5. But you do need a lot of time to go around everything, so make sure you plan that if you are going. You can see the outside of the greenhouse here. We'll see that in just a second. But first of all, we're going to go inside the Dursleys' house. The scene from the first movie with all of the letters. The scene from, is it the second or third movie with the ant? Where she blows up because Harry is so mad about her talking shit about his parents. Look at all the food. Such a classic English style house. And here we have Harry's room. So he does get upgraded to a room eventually in the movies. I think this is in the second one. And there we have Hedwig and Dobby. Now we enter the greenhouse. Who remembers the plant from the movie that makes that awful screeching sound? Can anyone remember? Mandrakes, yes. And there they are. And all of the students with their earplugs. So you can actually grab one of these and pull it out of the soil and it starts squealing at you. But I love the fact it's interactable. It's just, honestly, insane. You need to go to the studios if you're in London. They are so crazy cool. So I didn't have a lot of battery life left on my camera here, but I show some of the next locations, which is the prop area with a bunch of props. And this area was insane. Could you see the behind the scenes of how detailed everything is that the designers and craftsmen people made? I mean, look at these props. Look at them. Look at, I mean, I can't. It's just insane. Goodbye CGI, hello actual made props. I love it. I mean, obviously this movie had a massive budget where they were able to do this, but that's why it's so great, because a lot of these things were made and they look fantastic. Although that Voldemort is horrifying. Here we enter Gringotts Bank. I mean, the tour just keeps getting better. We are actually entering in this massive scene from Gringotts Bank. We have Bellatrix Lestrange, or at least the version Hermione plays of her. We have the stalls for each of the goblins at work here. The big, grand chandelier. How crazy is it to feel like you're actually walking on the set of the Harry Potter movie? I can't imagine the feeling of acting in these movies because it must have just been so surreal. A little goblin counting up the gold coins. And there he is. And how, what's this vault called again? I don't know what happened there. My brain just completely zoned out. Vault. What was the vault for? The Philosopher's Stone? Can I speak? That's what happens after doing a 40-minute long commentary. You can no longer speak by the end of it. Okay, one of my other favourite rooms from the tour. This loot-filled vault. So this was Bellatrix Lestrange's vault. And look at all the loot she has. So much loot. I mean, it had to be a lot of loot in there because if it only had the one item, then obviously they would have knew that that was the one Horcrux. But having all this other stuff here was to detract from it. And obviously when they touch one of the things, it expands, it multiplies. But it's still such a cool set. So much treasure. Amazing. I would love a treasure room like that. Here we have this awesome scene from the Gringotts Bank. The dragon. Isn't that so cool? It was hilarious. A kid started crying when they seen this. And I was like, yeah, if I was a kid, that also would have looked super real. Because it did look so real with the effects and everything. Next up we have Diagon Alley. You can actually walk up Diagon Alley. It's crazy. With all these shops, you have the Weasley Brothers shop as well. You can't go inside, but you can see it. It was around about here that my camera died, so I apologize that the video will end abruptly here, but overall, what an incredible tour. And before we end this video, I just want to give a massive shout out to my awesome Loot Goblin Guild members, Bailey and Pancakes and Hammers. You guys are awesome and I really appreciate your support on the channel, so thank you very much guys. Thank you for watching my video and I'll see you again real soon. Farewell.